Hi, Beach Bums. This is our second social studies lesson for the week. It might make more sense if you haven't watched the first video. You might want to watch that one first. This one is called Jobs People Do. The one you want to watch first is called Goods and Services. I don't know if they go in an order enough for that to matter, but it might be less confusing if you started in the right order. This is our second one for the week. Okay, so I'm going to hide my little face. Not hide it. I'm just going to move myself over next to this guy who's working hard. Okay, jobs people do. People have many different kinds of jobs. Jobs help families because workers earn money to buy things they need and want, and the money workers earn is called income. All right? So, we talked last time about goods and services and things that you buy, and the way you buy them is with the resource called money. And the fancy word for money is income, all right? And that's the money you get for doing a job. All right. Many workers pay taxes, and some taxes help pay for community services like trash collection, the police department, and the fire department. Okay? So some money is an income that maybe you don't necessarily pay them for the service from, like you don't hand them a check when a police officer helps you, but your taxes help, and that is big kid stuff that you're going to learn about later. This is just a little taste, okay? All right, so let's open up the newsletter. I'm going to move my face over here, and let's look at the top section right here, okay? Let's look at this guy. What job is this talking about? Dentists. They take care of people's teeth. They fill cavities, repair broken teeth, and they teach people how to take care of their teeth and gums. To be a dentist, you have to spend 4 or more years in college, okay? And the money they earn as a dentist is called their income. Musicians sing or play musical instruments. To be a musician, you must have a special talent. Musicians often take many years of music lessons and study music in college, okay? Mr. Brannon, my husband, is a musician, and he went to college to learn how to be a band director, to use his talent to not just make music, but to teach other people how to make music, okay? People who work are human resources. Remember how that fancy word we said last time was money was a capital resource? Well, people are resources too. We're human resources by our jobs, okay? Letter carriers, the mail guy or the mail lady, they work hard to deliver letters and packages to people. Some letter carriers walk many blocks in all kinds of weather. Others drive cars or vans. Have you seen your mail person while you've been stuck at home? Our mail person, he's a guy, and he parks at the end of the street and lugs this big thing, and he walks the whole street taking care of us and putting our mail in, and we are very grateful to him for that right now. Okay, I'm going to move me over here. Follow the bouncing teacher. Whoa. And let's look right here. Airplane pilots fly airplanes. They have to know how to get the plane off the ground, guide it in the air, and land it safely. To get a pilot's license, you must go to a special school and pass difficult tests. So can you just decide to be one of these things and not work at it and then just magically boom? Like right now, if I wanted to be a dentist and I thought that sounded like a fun job, could I just wake up tomorrow morning and go to a dentist's office and say, "Here I am, show me the teeth"? No, I'd have to go to school. I went to school to learn how to be a teacher at college, but dentists go to a different school to learn their skills. Okay, so it's important that you're trained for what you're working for. Okay, let me move me, and then I'll look at the bottom section. In order to do your job well, you have to do the tasks and take care of customers. Servers serve food in restaurants, and they have to listen carefully. They have to be polite to the customers. And how do servers know that they've done their job well? That's a good question. Have you ever been at a restaurant sitting down to eat dinner with your family and somebody puts extra money on the table, or they sign on the receipt and they put in an extra amount for the tip? Have you heard of the word tip? Okay. That is a way that servers at a restaurant, or sometimes delivery drivers, that's a way that they get enough money. Sometimes they are paid by the restaurant, but not always very much. And so the way to say thank you for them doing such a great job is to pay them a little bit of extra money, and that helps them make the money they need to take care of their families. Okay, look right here. A long time ago, many children in America had to work to help their families. Some worked on farms, some worked in factories. Factories are places where goods are made. And now you might help your parents with their work just to be helpful, but these days, children in the United States are not allowed to work to earn an income because there are some laws that say kids just need to be kids. We don't need them working in factories and things like that. In Turkey, here's a map of where that is. Many children start working on the family farm when they are very young, and it is a custom for older kids to learn how to weave Turkish carpets. This is kids working on that right here. Selling these goods helps bring money to the family. So in other places, kids are allowed to work, and they're needed to work because they don't have as many resources as we might have here. Okay? It's a little different. But what you need to know about all of that is that there are lots of kinds of jobs you can have. All jobs require you to learn something first. Maybe that's by going to a training when you start the job, or it might be going to a college to learn all the skills. Doctors go to school for like 8 years, I think, depending on the kind of doctor that they are. Nurses go to school for a long time. I have gone to school for 6 years to be a teacher and to be a master teacher. Okay. So whenever, you know how at school, when something isn't fair that you don't think, because like maybe I take off my shoes at school and you guys don't get to, and I say, if you want to take off your shoes at school, what do you have to do? That's right. The reason I say that so often is because I would love for all of you guys to go to college if that's what you want to do to become the thing you want to be. Not all jobs need college, and so if you were wanting to do something that didn't need college, then that's fine, and that's great. But lots of jobs need you to have college first because that's where you learn the skills to really get awesome at your job. Okay. So I'm going to scroll up to the back of the page, and this is the page that I'm going to take a picture of and put on Seesaw for you guys. We have a word search here, and the word bank is over here. Okay, so these are the words you're going to find in the word search if you want to. It says use your favorite color to fill in Turkey on the map. That's that place we were talking about where the kiddos were weaving. And then it says, what do some older kids in Turkey learn to weave? I'm going to go back and give you a resource for that. What are they learning to read? Weave, not read. I was trying to highlight it. It won't work. Oh, right there. Turkish carpets. So they're learning how to weave carpets, okay? So if you want to write in the answer, that's what that answer is. And then we've got some yes or no questions that your parents can read to you or you can read on your own. And you're just going to circle yes or no based on what you think. And if you don't remember, if you're not sure, you can come back and watch this video again while you're filling this out. The picture of this will be on Seesaw after I post the video, and then your parents can either print that off or you can just look at it and talk about it with your family. And sometimes we're doing these worksheets in our heads and with our words, and that's fine. You don't have to actually write down anything. Or they can take a picture, they can save the picture on their phone, and they can use markup to let you draw on it digitally on the phone. Okay, so those are 3 different ways that you can do this work page, but I'm also fine with just talking it through. Thanks for learning social studies with me this week. A little bonus, if you stuck with me this far, I have a bonus job for you. Ooh, you have a job. I would love for you to tell me about the job that somebody in your family does. Maybe it's your mom or your dad. Maybe it's your grandma or a cousin. You can call them on the phone, or if they live in your house, you can talk to them and ask them about their job. Ask them questions. Do a little interview. Ask them what kind of training they had to do to get their job. Ask them about their income. You don't have to ask how much money they make, but maybe you could ask, like, do they get paid for their job every day or once a month? And how does that work? That might be interesting to know. You might need to, and I'd like you to find out what kind of skills they need to be really, really great at their job. Or what's something about your job that nobody else knows about? What makes you really special for your job? Okay? I would love, that's just a little bonus, and I'm going to tag this lesson as GT for that little part because that's a really cool GT extra fancy learning thing that I would really love for you guys to do. It's a way to get to know somebody in your family a little bit better and to really learn about jobs and goods and services and income in real life. All right, y'all have a great week. I love you. Bye-bye.